Hello, you action figure enthusiasts out there. JC here with another TNI news video, and we've got a lot to cover today, including new updates on the Haslab Galactus, new Marvel Legend reveals, new DC Multiverse reveals, and a whole lot more. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so let's jump into it, and let's start off with Marvel Legend news. So on Thursday, Hasbro had its live stream, and then after that, the Galactus project, Haslab campaign for Galactus, has been making some movement. And so let's start off talking about that. Let's get an update on that project. So as I'm filming this today on Saturday morning, it has got just over 2 days to go on that project. Now, I had originally intended to have this video up yesterday on Friday, but I ended up waiting because Hasbro, for some strange reason, was dragging its feet on announcing the third stretch goal for this project, and I wanted to make sure to get that in my news video. But we have reached that third, or we've at least got that announcement finally. We haven't actually unlocked the third stretch goal. We unlocked the second one, the Silver Surfer one, Thursday night, late Thursday night, early Friday morning, around 3 in the morning, I think, is when the Silver Surfer was unlocked with 17,000 backers. And then, again, Hasbro didn't announce the third stretch goal until late Friday evening for some reason. I don't know why they, to me, seemingly kind of just wasted the entire day. I mean, the point of a stretch goal is to try and incentivize more people in backing it. And so that was a whole day. They could have announced that in the morning and given, people that time to digest it. And maybe if they were still on the fence, or maybe even had decided not to get it, this might have been something that would have changed their mind. I don't know. But nevertheless, they didn't do it until late Friday evening. We're now in the weekend. We've got just over 2 days. And the third stretch goal is the character Morg. It is a Marvel Legend figure of the Galactus Herald Morg, which is one of Galactus's most powerful heralds. He debuted back in the 90s. I think Ron Lim was the one drawing him when he first debuted. He definitely kicks ass. I would say he's about Hulk size, so he is a bigger herald than the others. Comes with an axe, and overall I would say this is a pretty cool figure. Now, for me personally, I would have much rather had Firelord. He's my favorite herald, I think, out of all the Galactus heralds. And, it remains unknown. It's unclear whether this will be the final unlockable goal or not, or whether there is an actual fourth one that has been planned. You may recall back when they first announced the Galactus project in the live stream, and Jesse Falcon, who was on there, had said that the final stretch goal was his favorite, and he really hoped that it got unlocked. And when they announced this Morg figure, they stressed the point that this was something that Jesse Falcon had really pushed for. So that kind of made me feel like this must be that one that Jesse was teasing in the original live stream. But then since then, there's been some indications, some possible hints that there is another stretch goal in the works if we can get to it. So I don't know. That really remains to be known. And even if there is a fourth one, even bigger question is, could we get to it at this point with just over 2 days left? They are requiring, in order for the Morg figure to be unlocked, they are requiring a total of 20,000 backers. And as I'm filming this, we are around 18,700. So I definitely think 20,000 is doable. I'm not terribly worried about that. I think Morg will be included with this project, but whether we can get beyond that, like say another 2,000, I'm guessing, maybe 1,000 like they did with the Surfer. But either way, it would be really, really tight, and I think it would have to be a really, really good stretch goal to get that many more people on board, in what could possibly be the final hours of the project. So again, 20,000 I think is definitely doable. Anything beyond that, first of all, we really don't know at this point 100% whether there is a fourth goal actually planned. And then if there is, will we be able to get to it in time? And that's the big question. So this is where I go back to, I really feel like Hasbro should be announcing all these stretch goals up front. Not waiting and pacing it out, so we don't have like delays like yesterday. I don't know what caused yesterday's delay. I really don't. If they had just announced all of these up front, then as soon as Silver Surfer was unlocked, we would know what the next one was, and everybody, you could make up their mind as soon as possible, and so on and so forth. So I'm going, I don't care what ends up happening. I don't care if we unlock all the stretch goals or not. I feel like Hasbro should be revealing these all up front, and the reasonings that they've given for why they don't seem to make a whole lot of sense. I mean, while they're kind of glib about it when they get asked, I guess my takeaway from their answers is that they're not allowed to for some reason. Like maybe Marvel doesn't want them revealing all of them up front or something. I don't know. But I feel like they need to get that worked out, because I feel like they're really kind of leaving backers on the table per se by not revealing all those stretch goals up front. Too late for this project. We're in the final days, so there's they're not going to make changes at this point on this one. So we'll have to see if we can get there. We'll have to see how long it takes to get to 20,000. We'll have to see how long it takes them to announce if there is a fourth tier, how long it'll take them to announce it once we get to 20,000. And then we'll have to see if it's something cool enough, big enough, whatever, that incentivize that many more people in that short amount of time to actually get to whatever goal they set. Okay, now beyond the Galactus project, there was other Marvel Legend news. Marvel or Hasbro had their live stream on Thursday, so I just want to go over everything that they revealed in that panel beyond the Galactus. So, as suspected, they went on and officially announced the Spider-Man wave, the next Spider-Man wave. And we pretty much got all the regular figures that are in the wave. So let me just recap. So from the new movie, No Way Home, we are getting the integrated suit Spider-Man, which is a variation of the Iron Spider suit. Then we are getting that black and gold costume, which we really don't know much about. My going theory is it's something he uses to travel the multiverse, but that's just my theory. We're getting that J. Jonah Jameson figure, so that's probably my favorite out of the movie figures. And then a new updated Doctor Strange figure. So those are the 4 movie figures, and those are the only movie figures in the wave. Then we are getting the Gamerverse Miles Morales, as we suspected, essentially using that translucent version with now, painted. So we are getting that one, and that's based on the PS5 video game. And then the final 2 regular figures in the wave are comic book based. So as we suspected from the tease in the last live stream, it is the Morlun character. And then the final figure is Shriek, the female character from the Maximum Carnage storyline. So those are your comic book based figures in the wave. And then the Build-A-Figure, actually there's a third comic book based figure, which is the Build-A-Figure, which is a surprise. There'd been a couple of, rumors and stuff, which actually did not pan out. It wasn't Spider Slayer. It was Armadillo. So kind of a surprise character. I don't think anyone was expecting Armadillo. And, kind of an obscure character, but a cool one nevertheless, part of the Superpowered Wrestling League. I think is where he first showed up, and, he's gone up against folks like Captain America before. So Armadillo is the Build-A-Figure for this wave. So it is a mix of movie and comic book based figures, which I know some people don't like, but honestly, I think, it's the MCU figures that really attract the retailers to keep carrying these figures. So I feel like, for those of you who don't like MCU figures, they are necessary evil so that we can continue to get the comic book based figures. So there you go. But anyway, that is your wave of Spider-Man figures. They have gone up for pre-order. They went up for pre-order everywhere, including our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. So if you want to get those figures, you can now go on and like I said, put the pre-order in for them. The other item that went up for pre-order yesterday is a new roleplay item. It is the Iron Spider helmet from Avengers Endgame. The lights change color, or the eyes change, the lights in the eyes change colors. So you have the killer attack mode with the red eyes, or you can have the blue eyes. But again, the helmet from the Iron Spider suit that we saw, technically they're basing it from the Avengers Endgame movie. We got an update on the Eternals wave, and I'm not going to go into details on those other than to tell you that the 2 exclusive figures are going to be the Ajax figure, which will be exclusive to Walmart stores, and then the Athena character figure is going to be exclusive to Target. The deluxe figure, the Crow figure, which is not part of the regular Gilgamesh Build-A-Figure wave, will be released everywhere. It is not a store exclusive. Now, while Hasbro didn't specifically say in the live stream as far as when the Eternals figures will be going up for pre-order, I don't know about the exclusives, probably the same time as the regular figures, but I don't know for sure on the two exclusives. But the regular figures should be going up for pre-order as based on info I've seen at the first of next month, which is September. Beyond that, Hasbro showed off two new builder sets that will be released as Pulse exclusives. So army builder figures. The first one is actually for the first time is going to be a 2-pack, so you get 2 figures and not 1. And we don't know the pricing on these. They did not announce how much these will cost. But the 2-pack is going to feature 2 shield agents, and you get multiple heads. You get 2 different helmeted heads. You get 3 unhelmeted heads. And then you get a bunch of weapons as well and multiple hands. So, if you want to army build, we've gotten a shield agent slash Nick Fury figure before, but now you can army build them. So that's kind of cool. And then as expected, the other one is a Skrull, just a Skrull type soldier, which comes with 2 new blasters and such. So if you want to army build the Skrulls, you'll also be able to do that. Now, they have not given release dates or when these will go up for pre-order. Again, they both will be sold exclusively on Hasbro Pulse. I'm guessing probably around PulseCon time in October, but that's purely a guess. But they did not say when these would be going up for pre-order. And then the final reveal was that Excalibur set, which did end up being a 3-pack, not a 2-pack or a box set. So that's the one that has the new Captain Britain figure as well as the Megan figure. And then the third figure is in fact a classic Shadow Cat, and she will come with Lockheed. So we still need Rachel Summers. I suspect that Rachel will not be coming for some time. They mentioned in the video that, she requires a lot of new tooling. I can definitely tell you she will not be in the next X-Men wave. So, I don't know when we will see Rachel. Eventually we will. So another team, another incomplete team for your shelves to go along with your X Factor and X Force. But, like I said, who knows when we'll get around to being it. It's like we're one figure away for each of those teams. We need a Wolfsbane for X Factor. We need a Pharaoh for X Force. And now we need a Rachel Summers for Excalibur. We've got the Nightcrawler already that they previously released, which will work with the Excalibur team. So while I'm sure some people would like to see that one re-released, and perhaps it will down the road, but Rachel Summers is technically the one missing from completing your original Excalibur team. Now, Marvel Legends wasn't the only Hasbro brand to have a live stream this week. Yesterday, on Friday, there was the Transformers live stream, and as expected, as I told you guys would be the case, they announced the next Haslab Transformer project, which is live now on Hasbro Pulse. So this one is, it's based on, characters that have never been seen in the United States. It is based on the Victory Saber character, so it is a combiner. It's essentially on par with like the Predaking and the Devastator combiners that they've previously released. I believe the reason why this one is being offered through Haslab is because, again, these are based on characters that have only appeared overseas. So many people here in the United States have never seen these guys. I'm guessing, while it's the cheapest Haslab project that we've gotten to date, if this was something sold at regular retail, it would be considered a larger, expensive item. And then you put on top of that it's characters that here in the U.S. many people don't know. I'm guessing they were not able to convince any retailers to carry this. So they've gone the Haslab route with these. The combiners, the Autobots that are included are Brainmaster, which is a Target Master. We get the Autobot Saber, which is a deluxe figure. We get the Autobot Star Saber, which is a commander size figure. And then we get the Victory Leo, which is a leader class figure. So all of those combined, and they need 11,000 backers, which is, not as high as Galactus. And the cost is only $180. So definitely, as I said, the cheapest of the Haslab projects that they've done to date. And as I'm filming this, essentially within the first 24 hours, it currently has 3,836 backers. Again, it needs a total of 11,000 backers. They did announce the first stretch goal. They went on and announced the first stretch goal for this one, which is a large cannon with some blast effects. And with that, they are requiring that it get up to 14,000 backers. And there's some other stretch goals that have yet to be announced for that one. But again, we've got to get to 14,000 before they would announce probably the next stretch goal. And I think there's probably a total of 3 on that one. So I feel like this one will definitely get back just because it's got such a low price. I mean, again, there's a lot of people in the US who really aren't super familiar with these characters. So, and while Galactus, I think, had like 6,000 backers in its first 24 hours, this one's only up to 3,000, just a little over 3,000, even with the lower cost. But, when all is said and done, I definitely feel like this will be backed, again, because it does have a fairly, compared to other Haslabs, it's got a fairly low price to it. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. So 2 Haslab projects currently going, one just starting, one just ending. And then, as I mentioned, I suspect this one's going to go through October, to around the middle of October. And I suspect, like, as we get into the last week of the Transformer one, that's when they will announce the Star Wars Haslab project, which will be the Rancor, the Black Series Rancor creature. Now, I'll use that as my segue into Star Wars news, and I don't have anything on the Hasbro front for you today, but we do have some new images for the upcoming Tamasi Nations SH Figuarts Mandalorian, based on the Mandalorian from the 2nd season, as well as Boba Fett. So Tamasi Nations looks like it's going to be the first one to give us a modern Boba Fett figure from the series, in his armor, cleaned up armor. So this is the one I've been waiting for. I'm sure Hasbro will get around to doing this one at some point, but as of yet has not announced it. So Tamasi Nation seems to have the jump on that. Both of these figures are going to be out in January of next year. They should be going up for pre-order soon, if not already. I don't think they're up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store yet, but they should be going up soon. And with the Mandalorian figure, he's going to come with his rifle. He's going to come with a blaster. He's going to have his spear. He's got an unmasked helmet. He comes with Grogu. He comes with a satchel for Grogu. He has his jetpack. You can get him in flight modes. And then the Boba Fett figure also comes with a helmeted and unhelmeted head sculpt. You get multiple hands. You get his rifle. You get his pistol. He has a removable jetpack, missile jetpack. You've got the ability so it looks like the missile is firing. And then he also comes with a working viewfinder and that blockchain effect piece that you can attach to his wrist so that he can prove that the armor belonged to his father. So as I said, those figures will be released in early 2022. Okay, so switching gears to NECA. So this week they showed off 2 new Alien figures. These are both Kenner tribute figures based on the original Kenner line. So they are going to be doing the Night Cougar, which I think is pretty cool, and then the Panther Alien as well. So as I said, these pay tribute to the original Kenner line. Both figures are available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. Super 7 this week is seemingly teasing another Ultimates line with Spongebob Squarepants. So they've already done reaction figures for Spongebob, and I suppose it's possible this teaser could be for more reaction figures. But I'm guessing these are for Ultimates. This looks like an accessory for an Ultimate figure. So what we see here is the snail. Gary the snail with his dog food bowl with food in it. So probably this is going to be an accessory for SpongeBob, but we'll have to wait and see for sure. But it looks like, to go along with Simpsons, that they recently announced another animated series with SpongeBob is in the works for the Ultimates line. Okay, and then finally, we'll end things with some DC Multiverse news. So first of all, I've got some updated images to share with you on those 2 figures I talked about previously this week with the new Rebirth Superman figure. So you can see a new teaser image was released by McFarlane Toys, and then Diamond Previews finally put online an image of the figure. Now, I've seen a lot of people hone in on those boots. They basically took the legs from their previous Superman figure and just kind of did a easy repaint on the red stripes there. So I've seen a lot of people kind of nitpick that, which, I understand. It would have been nice if they'd given us new sculpted legs, but nevertheless, that's what we're getting with the Superman figure. He does have the double jointed elbows, which is nice. And then the Hazmat Batman figure, this is a new look. Now, there are actually going to be two versions of the Hazmat Batman figure. This regular release version, and then also announced by McFarlane Toys, is going to be a gold label deluxe type figure, which is it's going to have a light up bat symbol in the chest. So the chest actually lights up on this one. So we'll have to see how that actually works. This is going to be, even though it's gold label, this is going to be released at Target stores, not Walmart. And the cost on that one is going to be $30. The regular version will be $20, and then this Target exclusive one will be $30. No idea exactly when these will be made available for pre-order, but probably within the month. So once more details become available, I'll be sure to pass that on to you guys. And then finally, I have some new rumored listings to share with you, listings that have begun to show up with overseas retailers, which is generally where we get our first inclination of upcoming McFarlane figures. So a lot, again, as usual, a mix of Batman type figures along with a couple of non-Batmans. So it looks like we are getting a new Aquaman figure from the Endless Winter storyline. We are getting Martian Manhunter as well, so that should be interesting. A General Zod figure, which, it's unknown if this is some type of movie figure, which I tend to doubt. So this is more likely comic book based. We are getting the Dark Detective. What is probably one of the cooler Batman related figures is a Clayface mega figure. So we're getting a Clayface figure. Also rumored in these listings is a Titan Joker figure from the Arkham video games. You may recall DC Collectibles did a very sizable Titan Joker back in the day. So it'll be interesting to see. This is also going to be a mega figure, but I tend to doubt it's going to be as big as the DC Collectible one. But we'll have to see on that one. We are getting a Solar Suit Superman from Lois and Clark, the comic book series. We're getting a black suit Damian Robin, which should be a variant of the previous Robin that we got. We're getting a Rebirth Batman figure. And then we are getting a 2-pack featuring Batman versus Superman from the Dark Knight Returns storyline. So that rounds out this latest list of rumored figures for DC Multiverse. Again, not officially yet confirmed by McFarlane, but they have shown up at multiple e-tailers overseas. And generally when that happens, you can pretty much expect these to turn out to be true. So when we get further information on any of those, I'll be sure to update you guys when that information becomes available. Okay, so that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. Like the video if you're so inclined. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. I should be doing a live stream this Sunday. I know I missed last Sunday, but definitely look for a live stream this coming Sunday, probably around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. There's a lot to talk about. So hopefully you can join me for that. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News Message Boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.